Hey everybody, this is Eric Clark's Travel Videos and I'm here at Pompeii. Let's go see Pompeii. Bye everybody. Okay everybody, I got my ticket and it is 16 euros to get in. So it's a $20 ticket, $21 ticket to get in, and there's a line to get into the checkpoint, a line to get your ticket. There's lines, and it looks like you have to wear your mask the whole time. So anyway, I guess we'll go see what we get to see. And it is a hot, muggy, nasty day too, by the way. So it's gonna be a wet one. Okay, bye everybody. Okay everybody, so this is where it starts, and it says entrance down here, but and I think there's mosaics and things to see down here, but this place is enormous. I mean, on a scale from 1 to 10, I think it's probably the biggest site that I've ever been to. And so I think I'm going to try to hit the main areas as best I can. And and the hard part is I don't know even the main areas. I think they've gone through and done other things to open up more parts, and it's certainly crowded, so. Okay, well, let me get up to the main section and we'll start again. Bye everybody. Okay, Porta di Santa Quite the climb, but if I remember correctly, this takes you right to the main area where it's really wide and open and stuff. That's a hill. Okay, what does this say here? Casa de Marlo Antiquarium. And this is so the wagons could fit through, but people could still walk across. And this area up here is the main area. But these are all houses or shops. And you can't read any of that. Look at the statue over there. Wow. Pretty amazing, huh? It's a big statue. He's got that thing on his back. You'll see another one of him on the ground, I think. I think if you walked every street in Pompeii, it would take you more than 12 hours. Lots more than 12 hours. I mean, it is just a huge place. And all these buildings are, they're protecting something. So there's got to be something on the floor or on the walls that protect you. You can see all these rooms and houses. And I mean, it really just is enormous. Okay, well, let's get back to the main section. Okay, I'll be back, everybody. Bye-bye. Okay, everybody. This is the entrance to I think the main square of Pompeii. Huh. And then in here, there's like it was an old temple, but there are columns and such. Yeah, that's amazing. You can imagine what this used to look like at one point. You know, maybe this is the kind of place where you actually pay the $50 for a tour guide and he takes you through and shows you things. And here's another funny thing. This is like my 5th time for coming here. So I've been here lots of times, but you know, I think I came with a tour one time, but you can imagine that this used to be a double layer. Yeah, and this used to be the main square right here. Wow. So this area was probably all open, and then it had a thing on the other side, columns. Wow. Wow. I mean, it's such a big place. Let me give you a perspective just so that you can kind of understand what we're really dealing with here. So you see how big this area is? But let me show you this, and then you might get a... So you see how far I've walked already, but if you look way down that way, you can see that it is just city and city and city and city all the way down that way. I mean, and the road goes way down there. And then it's the same way this way. You see those trees way over there? I think that's the Colosseum way that way. I mean, it is just a huge place. Amazing. Wow. Okay. And over there are where the people are. So let's go look at the dead people. Okay, bye everybody. Okay, everybody. So just for perspective, can you see over the top of that building right there? That's Mount Vesuvius. So that pyroclastic flow and the lava and all that stuff came all this way. Oh look, they're digging in the dirt for more ruins. Look at, they got little buckets and little... And I can't tell you how hot this place is. So, Minza Pandera. Wow, okay. Let's go look at these things first, and then we'll move on. Here's all the pots and stuff. Oops, sorry. So, here's one person. Yeah. And then here's another person. Yeah. Crazy. And then a baby. Wow. And then there's a dog in here too, I think. Maybe the dog's not here anymore. Okay. Wow. Oh, it is wet and sticky. Okay, I'm gonna go see if I can find another building.
Oh, this map was created by Giuseppe Fiorelli.
Very cool. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, everybody. So this is the Temple of Apollo. And so this is the entrance to the Temple of Apollo. And it's this huge area. And it's amazing. And so this would be all covered. So this would be a wall and it would be covered. So this whole area all the way around this square would be covered. And then inside would be a temple. That's that thing that you're looking at right there. And that part would be covered too. So the only parts that would be open would be around here. And then there'd be a fountain here. And then it looks like, from the way I see it, is that every one of these pillars had a statue up on top. So you see that square? So there was a statue up there. See this little jet out right there? There'd be a statue. Just like here, there's a statue. And there's another base. So this whole thing would be lined with statues to Apollo. And then this is how you'd get up to the sanctuary of Apollo. And then this was a sacrificial table back then. And you can see the sundial right here. See that sundial? That tells you the time. And then actually, that is Apollo. Right here, a statue to Apollo. The original is in Pompeii. But you can see what this would look like back in the day. I mean, amazing, huh? And it looks like, is that a door down at the bottom? This opens up on that big forum that I already showed you. Yeah, so there must have been a hollow space under this temple, because that's probably a door, and this probably had statues on it. But see, these they said were probably doors at one point, and this opened up into the forum. And this is where they'd initiate boys and girls in this whole big area out here. And how do I know all this? I found a QR code that gave me information. So that's how I know at least that this part is the Temple of Apollo. Wow. Pretty amazing, huh? Okay, now I guess the quest is for more QR codes. Wow. The Temple of Apollo. Okay, everybody, I'm off to the races. Okay. Bye-bye. Everybody's hiding in the shade because it really literally is probably 100 degrees and 95% humidity. Look how big this place is too. I mean, it really is a big place. So I think I'm headed to the theaters. There's 2 theaters here. And then I'll head that way to those trees, and I think that's where the houses are that have ruins inside. And so you can see here, Thermony, so that's like a bath maybe. This is one of the main walkways, and they have street names too. Wow. So this is where the carts would go. And you see these little stepping stones right there? That way the cart could fit through. But then when it was flooded with water or mud or dirt or whatever, the people could still walk across without getting nasty. And then these are all either businesses or houses or shops or whatever. And then these are going to be bigger places, either like temples like the Temple of Apollo or what have you. Look how far down it goes. Yeah, so that would be a stairway to somewhere. And you know, they don't give out. I mean, look how big long that street is too. You can imagine if that's a door, I mean, so there's probably, this is like a 2-story house or something, or a 2-story shop, because thered be, you know, holes in the wall. I mean, look how tiny the doors are there. And this is on both sides, so those holes in the wall, you can see how high the original was up there. And so I'm doing a quest to look for QR codes. And the road's not real friendly. And anytime there's plastic, it usually means it's covering something, whether it's a fresco or a painting or, oh yeah, there's writing up there on top of that thing. I have no idea what it says. So these walls, I would imagine that the walls are like this. This is how they were built. And then they'd be plastered over and then covered with art and things. You know what I mean? Paintings or frescoes or mosaics or family emblems or what have you. All of these were for water. And the shade is really nice. And so imagine this is somebody's house. So somebody'd come in here and they'd have a fountain right here, and then they have a little covered area back there, and you know, and look at the decoration and the cement work over there. Yeah, it's pretty neat stuff. Wow. Okay. Another street and a whole big street this way. That's covered. Let's look over here and see what's in here, just to see if it's something we can stick our head in. Maybe not, huh? Oh, so yeah, it goes back into somebody's house. More fountains, more gardens. Oh, and look here. So you can see the frescoes on the walls. See how they're painted? And they have designs on them and everything else. And even these walls here are that way too. So I bet all of them are done that exact same way. Cool. And that would be covered on the inside there. And a little fountain, a little bird bath. Very cute. Okay, I'll be back. Here's another house. So this would be like their front door, and everything's got numbers on it. So 35, and so I think there's just tons of things. Oops, that's not a good one. But it looks like you can... This would literally be somebody's house with multiple rooms and such. Amazing, huh? Amazing that it's so big. So that wall over there, we saw that wall in the other video. So they must have multiple exits on multiple streets, you know what I mean? Cool. All right, I'll be back. Okay, so this is, it looks like the entrance to somebody's house or courtyard. Good morning. Hello. Wow. Oh my gosh, okay. So this is an idea of what the walls would be like covered. You know what I mean? So you have to imagine that every inch would have paintings and frescoes and stuff on them. And the bedrooms and... Yeah. So it looks like they put some kind of plaster on here and then paint them. Yeah. Amazing. And statues here too. Bedrooms and such.
all the shops open at 7 o'clock. Every day, 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, they close, and after the working time,
And look at this wall over here. How well done that wall is. Imagine this courtyard. Crazy.
Facciamo da aprire, se no ci facciamo tutta questa fondina.
Wow. Again, that's somebody's house. And the ceilings are done too. Yeah. Still part of somebody's, and you know, when I say house, it could be like a temple or grounds or something, because it's certainly huge. Let's go look in this one. This one's got a roof on it, so maybe it's got more. Look at the nice floor too. And nice columns. And so this would go up and be covered. Wow, look at the walls.
I know it's quite
Wow.
astonishing when you see the first time.
Wow. There are lots of people. Oh, a body. So this must have been the owner of the house or something, maybe. And you can see that wall's covered over there too. Yeah. Look at the archway too. And I bet this was a bath or something. Look how steep it is. Yeah. Very cool. All right, I'll be back, and you can see that wall right there is covered with stuff too. Okay, be right back. All right. And what is this thing? Let's go look at this thing here. This says it is Casa del Cornelli, Domus Cornelia. So again, maybe somebody's house. A fountain. And bedrooms. And you can see the stuff on the walls. Sorry, I think I was zoomed in on you. And this would be a courtyard, so this would all be covered. This whole thing would be covered. Casa, his house, right? Wow, it's just crazy phenomenal how big this area. Look at how far it goes that way. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. And there's another street right there that they're standing on. And more houses. So this is, I mean, it's like a neighborhood. But I guess what? 250,000 people lived here, or 500,000 people. Columns. Huh. Bedrooms, probably stairs up to the next level. Whew. That's the fountain. A better view of the fountain anyway. All right, let's get to the next place. Bye-bye. Okay, everybody, this is more streets and more shops. And I'm trying to find the Great Theater, and I think it's this way.
Aslında bizim o şeyde anlatıyor kanka.
Again, people's houses and shops, and imagine what this looked like back in the day. I mean, these would just be all houses, people sitting outside having a glass of tea or a casa del, another house. More rooms, you know, and they probably all were shops at one time, and then, you know, they had their houses up above or below. Man, it really is so big. It is just enormous. And there's Temple de Escapo. Oh, wow, look at, so it's got stairs, and then it's got an altar, and then it's got, like, it looks like rooms and a temple part up on top. Okay. Oh, toilets. Okay, here's the temple right here. I remember this part. Bless you. Thank you. Okay. Let's go. I guess we'll see if we can find the entrance. No entry. And that looks like a no entry. More streets, more entry, more. Theater. Oh, they have the little theater closed, do they? So here's one theater, and this is the small one. So they could do little shows here, and I think this is for water, so they could have a ship floating through or whatever. And it'd be full of statues and stuff, and I think it's even covered. And then but this one, stairs. Wow. 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 It is just so big and so crazy. Man. And those stairs probably go to the temple somewhere, but look at, wow. And you can see the multiple floors. Let's follow this lady. And the temple's back, or the theater's back behind there. Are they still doing shows here? They have, yeah, look at those lights and the sound system and the whole 9 yards. Crazy. Wow. Wow, wow. Theater, the Grand Theater. Are we not going to get to see? Man, last time I was here, I think I ate lunch here in the theater. Huh. Try to stay in the shade here. That's not gonna happen. Good morning.
Morning.
Palestra. But you can see the lights right there, so that's obviously the theater. But how do we get there? Maybe it really is blocked off and you can't get to the theater anymore. Huh. This is a temple.
Wurde im Namen von Herculaneum wiedererbaut und einem erwählten Decurion, dem zweiten Alter von nur 6 Jahren. Die hohen Mauern sind Bezirk umgeben, dienten dazu, die heiligen Mysterien
The Temple of Isis.
zu verbergen.
Can you read that?
Der nach Westen ausgerichtete Tempel erhebt sich auf einem hohen Podium und beherrscht den ganzen kleinen Platz ringsum. Er hat ein Atrium mit 6 Säulen, 2 an der Querseite und 4 an der Stirnseite. In der kleinen offenen Zella waren die heiligen Instrumente und die Symbole des Isis-Kultes aufgestellt. Bei den Statuen des Zellers davor stehen Nischen der starken Bildnisse der Göttin. Neben der Altar, der Hauptaltar im Norden, ein weiterer Altar, auf dem die Reste des Gottes Abraham gebracht wurden.
Wow. Pretty amazing. Let's see if I can get to. Can we get to the theater? I don't think we're getting to the theater. No theater, huh? Wow. So it looks like the best view was that one back there. All right. I'll be back. Bye-bye. Well, that's the best I can do on that theater. But you can see they've restored it. Man, I remember climbing up those steps, but it looks like they're set for shows and with the lights and the whole 9 yards. And you can see where this goes way over there too. Pretty amazing. And you can see the small theater from here too. There's just no way to it. Wow. Okay. All right. So this looks like, oh, here's some words. We like words. A smoking area. No. Oh, a toilet too. How nice that is. The public is responsible for disposing of waste. All right. Well, that's not the literature we're looking for. So imagine this big open area and the theater right over there. And stairs. And they have light stuff up here too.
And after the revolution is the mesh and the success, the group. More or less is the
What's this way? Oh, this is just the entrance. Exit. Exit. Oh, maybe this is just the way into it. Okay. I'll be back, everybody. Okay, everybody. This is that big theater. So at least I have a name for it now. So quadrica portico. So is that like 4 exits, 4 entrances or something? And maybe that's exactly what that means. But the big theater is straight ahead. The small theater is over to the right. And then there's this huge area. And maybe they did shows here on the ground and people just gathered around or something.
Meglio. Aspetta.
Spero che te hai abbastanza memoria, se no magari mi hai fatto...
Ma c'è... Hai la schedina tanto.
Pretty amazing. I'll be back. Okay, this is another house. A fountain right here. I'm gonna go this way. Imagine the walls covered with this, and the moon maybe, and
Because you have to know, thanks to the archaeological excavations of Pompei,
so that's what the floors would look like, 2 stories.
there were 4 styles of paintings. So the first style of painting was supposed to structural style, and it is a combination of marble or other materials.
Wow. And look at how the walls would be lined. Floor to ceiling. Obviously they added this. And I bet the columns were painted too. Yeah, look at the orange on that one. So here are bedrooms. And they were covered too. Oh, look at the floor. Can you see that? So it looks like there was some kind of design on the floors too. Here too. Yeah, all over the floors. Yeah, look at that, wow. Look at the bright yellow and the orange, and it looks like they'd have little things in the middle, like a dragon or something, and then some other kind of thing, and each little wall would have its own little piece and horse. So the floor and maybe the ceiling too were covered, and they had to add the ceiling back, so they had to probably dig this out, huh? But the floor was done. Huh. Wow. Oh, and here's what the wall would look like, huh? That's what those little squares are. I like that view better. Okay, now here's a ceiling that's done. So the rooms will be 100% ornate, right? Pretty amazing. And the floors too. And I bet it had a door on it too, so that you could.
So they had just the left of the garden, from the garden.
So this is where people lived.
And here we can see the reconstruction of the first floor. We can see the fourth, on the second floor.
Oh, maybe a kitchen, place to cook. Yeah, and shelves.
There were always the slaves.
And it had a vent for cooking, smoke.
Now, as I told you before, the name of this house is the House of the Lovers, not the Lovers' House. But why? The lovers are not owners.
Huh, water. Pretty amazing, huh? Oh, and I bet water would run through the... Huh. Somebody's house. Amazing. Very, 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 very cool. Okay, bye. Okay, so here's another one. This is the House of Meandor. And it looks like it's a pretty nice house. And it has an entrance too. Casa de Entrata. House of the Crypticus. The owner's wealth and taste can also be seen in the complex private bath. The apse of the Herculaneum, an area for bathing in the warm water, was decorated with the Nilotic landscape in the base of the walls featuring the aquatic plants against the yellow background, probably related to the Nile cuisine. The floor is formed by a splendid black and white mosaic decorated in blah, 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 blah. Okay. Wow. Yeah, look at the border on the wall. How amazing is that? And here too, that whole wall is done. Wow. And look up here too. Wow, can you imagine the whole wall being done like that? And the ceiling too, probably? And a little border here this way. And I bet these were each little scenes too, because they're different colors. I like the streaming garland too, huh? And that border's pretty cool. And they had cable TV. Oh. The floor is certainly not even and nice, but I bet back in the day it was probably covered with tile and stuff. Wow. This is the beer storage area. Oh, and here's what they were talking about on that thing. Oh, look at this room. Wow. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. Look at that floor. Wow. And the walls are just amazing too. Look at this one they got on this side. That's pretty crazy. Wow. Yeah. It looks like pillars or statues. Oh, and there's people on that one too. Look at that one. That one's really cool. See this one right here? Huh. Amazing. And what's on this side? Oh my. They have horses and plants and... Huh. Oh, and look at the floor too. Mosaics. Okay, a rule of thumb. Anything that has a roof on it at Pompeii is something you want to see. Here's your rule of thumb. Huh, very cool. Look in here too. Oh, they have stairs up here. I'm gonna go up the stairs. Look at this floor. Oh, it's huge. Wow. Wow. Look at those little mosaics. That's really cool. Yeah, so this shows their wealth, huh? Oh, that breeze feels so good. Let's go up the stairs. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, and the floor you can see really well from here. Watch your head, Jesus. So this is like a 3-story building. Huh. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. There's people right behind me, so. That's pretty incredible. Somebody's house, some rich person's house, and a fountain. I wonder if there's more stuff in these rooms. Maybe a 4-story. Oh, and it goes out this way, it looks like. Wow, isn't that amazing? Okay, that's the House of Meanderer. Meanderer. Then you get out here and you have oh, that's the Casa del Portico. Wow. Look at how far down that street goes. Everybody's in the shade. I think that's funny. Okay, bye everybody. Okay, so they've been working on this one for a long time. And these are all businesses. So, just like it has a shop name, and if you could make it out, and then it would have a business. And then they'd probably have a house behind here or whatever. But this place, look at the columns and everything else. Let me see if I can get some information for you here. You can see what it looks like. The so-called De Caste Amante Insula is located in the central district of the ancient city of the Pompei. Represented around this neighborhood is delimited to the north and the south by 2 parallel easternmost tracts of excavations. And they're digging it all out. Huh. And look at that. Oh, they're gonna put the walkway above the top so you can look down inside and see the the house, and here's the house itself. So this whole building, look at this, all the way from there, all the way to here, which isn't all that big, is this little piece. And this is all of Pompeii, which is crazy. Can you read all that? The history of excavation is we've been excavating, and this is some of the things that are inside of it, some of the art. Wow. I guess I'll get in the shade, huh? And it is a business too. They advertise their business, maybe. Oh, down here, I see it. Wow. Oh, and they found animals and human remains in here. That's the business. Oh, you can see the business here. Look at that thing on the wall, that's pretty amazing.
Sì, è potabile, potete anche bere, non so quanto è fredda, ma anzi, guarda questo rifornimento.
Pretty amazing. And you can't get to that sign, so. A pizza maker, maybe? I don't know. The first McDonald's. But it's crazy.
No, stiamo lavorando.
I've been walking for hours, and look at how far down. I'll be back. Okay, everybody, this one is House of Octavius Quartillo.
Entriamo.
I guess we'll go see what this one looks like. Oh, mask. I gotta put on a mask. I'll see if I can film while I put on a mask. The House of Loris Tabius. I'll be back. Okay, this superb villa, improperly called the House of Loris Tabius, actually belonged to Octavius Quartillo, as shown by the seal ring found during the excavation. At the rear of the dome is a large garden with 2 canals around it. The lower Eruptus runs right across them. Dedicated to Diana. What does this say? The lower Eruptus runs across the garden and sequel of pools, fountains extending 50 meters starting from the small nymph set on the lower level to the 2-story temple dedicated to Diana. The Valerian is the upper Eruptus. Huh. Wow. Crazy. And again, somebody's house.
Gips, Zeitliche vom Priester, Ägyptianer, ägyptische Priester. Und dort dann, bitte, Signora, bitte.
Wow, look at that wall. That's amazing, what a room. Oh, and so this is where the water would run. Oh, and they had their big garden in the backyard too. That's really cool. Oh, and look at that painting on the wall over there.
dimensioni. Auf jeder Seite kleine Bücher hat er nicht wie voluminös Papier.
That wall over there too.
Troi sono basti omeriche, poi Troi scritto.
Sorry, no worries.
Omero scritto.
Statues all along too. Huh. Oh wow, look at this. Wow. That's pretty amazing. And a little altar, a little stone. Huh, that's cute. Oh, go ahead, no, go ahead. Oh, so that statue back there of the lady was Diana, and then it ran this way, 50 meters.
Ti viene veramente...
And that would be another statue or something.
La tristezza.
And then another temple of some kind.
Che bello. Vero?
Questa non è molto che è aperta però.
And like a pool right here, huh? Yeah.
Raro trovare case in città con giardini così ampi. Di solito erano appunto collocati fuori lì.
Wow. Oh, we have to exit the other way.
Sì, così.
Which way is the Colosseum? This way?
Theater. Colosseum is
Theater.
located in Rome.
Oh yeah, the big theater.
Is the one.
Okay.
The big amphitheater. You can see.
Oh, I do. Okay. Thank you so much. Gracias. Okay, let's go to the Colosseum or the theater. I'll be back already. Okay, so here is this huge theater. And let's see if I remember how to get in. I think it was over here that you could get into it. And again, this is somebody's yard and garden back in the old days. Huh. Now you can't get up the stairs. I remember before you could climb the stairs. It's huge. So this place seats 250,000 people, right? No, 50,000. 50,000 people. That's right. That's closed. I mean, doesn't this kind of look like a Colosseum type scenario? And if I remember right, there was a door here somewhere that you could go down and end up right in the very center. Because I have videos of a dog chasing a rabbit. Like that, yes. Maybe it's over here now. Entrance. Amphitheater. At least it's cooler.
grazie a te. Fammi sta foto veloce. Uno.
Pink Floyd played here. You can see it on YouTube. And here is the theater. Yeah, imagine this full of people. Wow. Pretty amazing, huh? Very cool. And you can see the seats and you can see the stairs. And the exit. 50,000 people. That's how many people. That's a lot of people. And imagine this being roofed too. I bet more people could probably sit up there even, but. Okay, everybody, moving on. Bye-bye. Okay, everybody. Well, I've had my fill. It's hot, I'm sweaty, and my black shirt is now a white shirt. And so I'm heading home. But I figured I would just walk and record, and you can see some city streets of Pompeii and what it looks like. And it's a haul back. It's probably, I don't know, maybe a kilometer, maybe 3/4 of a mile. I think it's neat that they have the signs 11 and 6 and 7 and 8. And so if you know the street name and the address, you know where Amazon's going to deliver your package. Oh, the streets are just long. See the cart tracks where it's kind of indented, so it's from years and years and years and years of carts going over it. So I'll tell you this, everybody that's watching this video, that on a scale from 1 to 100%, 1 being I didn't see anything and 100% saying I saw all of it, I think I probably got to, if I got to 20%, I think I'd be pretty impressed. So it really is an enormous place. You really do need to come not in summer, October, November, maybe even December with a little coat. I would also bring a lunch. I would really plan it smart, and this heat is unbearable and it's really obnoxious. And see the tracks, I think it's pretty cool. So Chris Jenkins, I know you're coming here. I don't know if you're ever going to watch this video, but when you hit Sorrento, you probably should be set up for coming here in the winter time. So take a lunch, plan all day. And I would split up Herculaneum as one, and I would split up Pompei as the other. Now, if you're okay with 20% and 20%, you're fine. But past that, it's going to be work. It's funny, they got the business names on the outside. Okay. Wow. right, everybody. I've probably walked with you quite a bit, so I don't need to just fill up that video. Look at this rut from the carts here. That's pretty amazing, huh? That's a lot of carts. Can you see how far down that street is? Amazingly huge. It's a city. It really is. And it just keeps on going. That's it, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.